Do you game on your phone? Because thanks to the Backbone iOS controller, I have been doing it a lot more. Real quick, for those of you who don't know, I stream Monday, Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern and Saturdays at 1 p.m. Eastern over on Twitch. You can find me at pistolpete_nap, or just look below and click that link down there and it'll take you right there. Come hang out. I'm probably making a fool of myself right now on there. We have a good time. Come hang out. Hey everyone, Pistol Pete back here with another video. This time I am going to do a review on the Backbone iOS iPhone controller. Okay, so I've been meaning to do this video for a while. I've had the Backbone controller for the iPhone for a few months now, since Father's Day, so it's October, so I've had it for a few months, and I've really enjoyed it. And I mostly used it between the PlayStation Remote app, Steamlink, and just this weekend I actually finally tested Xcloud with Game Pass Ultimate. And I do have some thoughts on that, as well as some of the standalone games like Call of Duty Mobile, Fantasian, which I also tested it out on. Let's get into it. You already, you want, let's just do it. All right, the Backbone typically goes for $100. And right now, if you go to their site and buy it, you can get 3 months of Game Pass Ultimate, which also includes Xcloud. It's a pretty good deal. I've been really enjoying it, not just because of the Backbone and on my phone, but overall, there is a huge library with Game Pass. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm not a huge just Xbox person. I don't even own an Xbox anymore, but it's really cool with PC and all the games that you have. It's great, just check it out. Alright, so Backbone has their own app which connects you with other people. It sort of works as like a hub or a community, sort of like Xbox Live. You can add friends there and you can invite people. First thing you're gonna do, you're gonna want to download the app. You're also gonna want to download the PlayStation Remote Play app, and then you're also gonna want to download the Steamlink app. The controller is adjustable and the phone snaps in nice and snugly once you get it in there. On the right side, it features a lowered analog stick with clickable R3 function, X, Y, A, B buttons, the Backbone button that is directly connected to the app, and the 3-line menu buttons typically works as the start button like almost every other game has. The left side features an offset analog stick near the top, a standard D-pad, a 3-dot or select button, and a capture button for videos and screenshots if you want to share or save them. On the bottom, there's a 3.5mm headphone jack and an iPhone pass-through charging port, which means you can charge while playing with your iPhone attached. The top also has L1 and R1 bumper buttons, as well as L2 and R2 triggers. For this setup, I highly recommend you have 5 GHz Wi-Fi and hardwire anything you possibly can. So for me, I have my PlayStation 5 Ethernet connected to my router. I have my PC Ethernet connected to my router to get the maximum amount of bandwidth, because you need that when you're streaming games to your phone. Anything less than that is not ideal, and you're gonna run into issues. You're gonna catch lag, you're gonna get frame stutters, it's just gonna not be an overall great experience. For the PlayStation app, I tested out Ratchet & Clank, which works beautifully, and I was able to play it in the next bedroom, over here, in the living room downstairs, and it works almost near perfection. The controls are tight, the buttons are responsive. It was pretty awesome that I was able to sit there and play my PlayStation 5 from my phone. I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoyed it, and I find myself doing it a lot more. The frame rate was perfect. I had no issues. I had no lag on the buttons, on the analog sticks. It just worked out really well. Kina, I just tested for this video just to see how it worked. I wouldn't recommend playing Kina on this because of how tough this game can be, and same thing for Returnal. I'd recommend not playing Returnal with this controller because of just how unforgiving that game is and the timing and everything. But it worked, and it worked pretty well. But I wouldn't recommend these try-hard games using this controller. I wouldn't do it. But quality of the stream looks good. The quality of the video feed was great, and like I said, I hardly had any issues as far as playing games on my phone. So with the Steam app, I tested out Resident Evil 2 Remake, and it worked great. Again, I didn't have any issues with aiming and running. It was pretty tight and responsive when it came to the controls. The buttons felt great, and I really didn't have any issues. I was really impressed with how it worked. I tried Horizon Zero Dawn on PC, and that worked great. That actually was probably my favorite experience on this game, was playing Horizon Zero Dawn, next to maybe Control as well. I like third-person games. That's just kind of like my niche. I do like first-person shooters as well, but the Control was really good on Steam, and I was so impressed with how everything worked. And as you can see here, the graphical quality is pretty well. You can adjust them within the app if you want to favor performance or favor graphics or resolution. You can do that as well. Same thing for the PlayStation app as well. And it just really works really well if you have a 5 gigahertz network, Wi-Fi network, and if you can hardwire as much stuff as you can. I was sort of impressed, but I also was a little disappointed with Xcloud. So not only do I have a 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi network, I have 40 megabits per second upload, and I have over 1,000 megabits per second download speeds, and I still had connectivity issues. And one of the main problems I had playing with the Xcloud, because this is not just streaming within your home, you're going out to servers, Microsoft servers, and that information is coming back to your phone, going through tons of equipment. And I get it, it's super tough, and the US infrastructure is probably not ready for stream gaming the way Xcloud is meant to be. So one, I was impressed with the quality of graphics and the playability of it. It works, you can play, but there's still just a millisecond or a split second of delay between the analog sticks and button pressing, and it just really makes it not for a great experience. And maybe if you're playing something like, if you're playing a first-person shooter where timing and reaction time is so important, like with Halo, then you're gonna have problems playing this. Maybe single player on an easier setting would be okay, but if you're doing multiplayer, it's not gonna work. Same thing with Forza. I tried playing Forza on there. It looked great, surprisingly worked pretty well, but the response and the timing of the buttons and stuff, it just didn't really work out. So I don't think I would recommend Xcloud as a gaming experience along with the backbone, and that's just kind of like where I'm at with Xcloud. I don't think Xcloud is an answer right now, unfortunately. I just don't. It's playable, but it's still not great. I will say, playing this backbone with Call of Duty Mobile, it felt like a cheat code. I felt like I was basically playing in God mode, and everyone else was just my peons, because I was routinely getting 30 to 40 kills, and it's almost like it shouldn't be allowed, but at the same time, I guess it should be, because it's so, I can imagine the amount of people that have controllers playing that game is going to ruin the experience for that many people, because it is ridiculous. As you can see here, it's almost unfair, but at the same time, it can be fun, I guess, if you have that kind of advantage. I also did some testing with it with Fantasian, and it works great. It's just an awesome controller for any type of local gaming, and it's really great. All right, here's my final thoughts on the backbone controller. It's great. All right, the buttons are responsive. It feels sleek. It has nice responsiveness to it. Even though it's made of plastic, it doesn't have like a super cheap feel to it. It actually feels like a nice piece of hardware for your phone, if that makes any sense. But at the same time, I'm not sure how I feel about the $100 price point, because if you think about it, a PlayStation 5 DualSense controller is $70, whereas the backbone costs $100. That's where I'm kind of iffy with the price, but it actually, I think you'd be pleasantly surprised. It's like one of those iffy, satisfactory type things, right? It's maybe $100, but over time, I feel like if you feel wonky or wishy-washy on that price, I think the more you use it, the more you'll be happy with it, because that's what happened to me. I felt like $100, I don't know, I was convinced by my friend Brandon to buy it, and I did, and I'm very, very happy with. All right, so I'm curious now, did you buy a backbone? Have you used one? What did you think about the video? Do you want to buy one now? Do you not want to buy one now? Let me know in the comments below. I'd like to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear it. Let me know in the comments below. I don't know about this video. I don't know. Maybe